Let's fucking go. We about to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. Let's fucking go. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. 24/7 researching, it's all a fantasy. But if I make the right phase, it pays automatic. Bankroll showing that I know it, dope strategy. On a winning streak, I'm stacking a dose of the bookies, all get mad at me. Confident with how it plays, not clicking on a flex today. All I see is green and we all about to get paid. Arrogant shots on the stream, they be killing it. Never gonna stop it, I like if you feel it. Picking the players, they all never touch, you can't make up your mind and just go with your gut. Looked around, we found a glitch, no toast allowed, just post a list. Sophia's fine, sat to his stick, and Caitlin Clark just doesn't miss. Win, lose or draw, we never quit. When we shoot the ball, it's another switch. Submit the link, it'll make you rich, and we going big, don't be a bitch. Let's fucking go, we about to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. Let's fucking go. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. We about to go big. We about to go big. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks.
Ladies and gentlemen, Big
Yo.
E Just Cash.
Welcome back. What's going on, everyone? Welcome. We are back. Man, it was a bit of a wacky week. You know, we had a day off. You had some personal stuff going on. I had some personal stuff going on. But we are back, at least for this amazing Flex Friday. We got a massive 4-game WNBA slate. And as always, joined by Underrated. What's up, dude?
Chilling, man. Feeling good. 4 games. I'm ready. Yesterday can fuck off because McCowan got me. But what you gonna do? It happens sometimes. And we're back to get the money back and more as usual and as expected. I'm ready.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got a pretty nice slate today. You know, again, 4 games. It's gonna be a busy one to say the least, and pretty excited. You know, excited for the amount of games. You know, kind of a stinker. We have 2 different turnaround rematch games that we just saw this week already, but you know, neither here nor there. Still, I think it's gonna be a fun day. You know, overall. And as always, we have our protected play for the Flex Fridays. So before we hop into it, if you guys do us a huge favor, make sure and hit that like and subscribe button down below. As always, it does us a huge favor on the back end for the algorithm and fighting all that good stuff. And make sure you guys don't miss out whenever we do go live, you know, and drop our secondary videos sometimes for just the plays. Oh yeah, and further on beyond that, our links down below for the Discord. Make sure you guys check it out. Still running that 7-day free trial, so you want to make sure to get in there, especially for the live betting. We've also had a lot of different things, you know, in the plethora of sports between MLB, soccer. We got esports in there, you know, I mean, pretty much anything under the sun. So make sure you guys check it out.
You said plethora.
Yeah, I got a nice vocabulary for you guys.
Yeah, there you go. Bring that vocab.
Yes, sir. Let's see. I guess first up, we'll just talk about some of the games totals, spreads, money lines, all that fun stuff, and then I'll bring up some plays, and we'll just go into it from there. We're gonna, I think, try to hop on voice chat before locks because we had 3 games going today, because that's gonna be a banger for some live betting. So again, guys, links down below. Don't miss out on it. Yeah, we were gonna try and do that, right?
Heck yeah, bruh.
Maybe.
We got to get in there.
Maybe.
We got to get in there, talk to the peoples, and find the plays together. And we're quick on the trigger when we can be in the voice chat.
Oh yeah, and it's kind of nice too that, you know, at least I will say, for the benefit of betting, these 2 out of the 3 games that we are going to have for second half, these are projected to be close games. So, at least we're going to get 2 out of the 3 games here for the secondary. And, I could see Chicago coming out and putting up a fight, especially for this grudge match, the old Mabry versus her traded team this year. And this one could actually be a little bit more interesting, but I'm at least going to lead off here with Connecticut. They're definitely going to pick up the dub here at home. I mean, I know they've been a little bit sketch, and honestly, I got to say shout outs to all the teams, or take a shot at all the teams. Kind of sketchy on the road for a lot of these, top teams. They've been really struggling, i.e., Phoenix last time. They came out and, had probably one of the most embarrassing first halves I've ever seen for any professional team, for that matter. But still ended up almost coming back and picking up the win against Atlanta. I just have to attribute most of that to just a lack of offense through and through. It wasn't like Atlanta was doing anything special. I mean, they still didn't even score a high clip of team total, team points, or anything like that. It was just a lot of bad offense on both sides, and Phoenix just ended up sucking it up more in the first half, and the game was just too far out of reach, mostly for Copper to bring them back. But I think, they can gel way better than this. I don't know what in the world was going on with that this last time, but expecting a bounce back at least from Phoenix here on the side of things. And you could consider going back to the total here for the game total. Maybe I would even consider further along doing like an alternate line. But yeah, I think we go back to Phoenix here. Atlanta, they've been getting some really, really good wins, and they're due to come back down to earth a little bit here for this rematch game. And, we always say it for these rematch turnaround games too. They play out so night and day, it's not even funny. I mean, you talk about, look at the New York-Dallas game, for example. I mean, a painstaking night and day difference game. I mean, across the board, there was like only a few repeat offenders in there that actually did the same thing. But other than that, I mean, it was ugly. How's that smacking you over there?
Oh, it's totally true, man. Every time that happens, basically what you're saying is don't look at head-to-head after that first game to try to think what's going to happen in the next game. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. They play so differently. It's not even funny. For example, out of the Phoenix game here, I wouldn't be surprised to see, like Taurasi, for example, have herself a night and go out and shoot the ball lights out. And we haven't seen it yet, but it could definitely happen.
People might ask you, well, why the heck do you think you can win money betting if this crazy stuff happens backwards sometimes? What do you tell yourself?
Well, there's a couple things you can do for, as far as minimizing damage control. You're not going all in on, because, I'll use Tina Charles, for example. I know she's going to be a massive field favorite. Everyone's going to look at that and, be completely goo-goo-eyed about her stat line this last game. And she could totally come out and, pick up like 8 rebounds and drop like 25 points or something crazy, like totally different stat line than she did last time. And we could see, Ryan and Gray just totally crap the bed. It's stuff like that happens. And it's so funny in these rematch games that, they'll try and run the same style of offense. They'll run the same playbook and all the same stuff, but that doesn't mean the ball is going to find the basket, or that player who was hot on game 1 is going to be hot on game 2. So it's something with these turnaround games. I mean, we've seen it literally every single game this season. So I have to believe some of that is still going to hold true. Now, at least benefit of the other game, the Vegas and Minnesota game, it's in Minnesota, which is kind of interesting. Now, Minnesota is leading the series 2-1. And I'm thinking Vegas, they come out and do their thing tonight. The way all of these, and I love Minnesota, bro. I love Minnesota, and I don't pick on them at home very often. But for the narrative, I'm gonna use air quotes on this. For the narrative, I think Vegas gets the win here to tie the series up.
It could happen. I'm definitely out on picking a side with that game because, man, we've seen some crazy stuff. And every time I think Vegas is going to bring it on back and show me that they're Vegas, they just get to bed and just they say, I think Chelsea Gray's a little old and she doesn't really have it to bring him over the top like she did before. But Never know. We'll see. They got a month to get it together here. And Chris says, got to keep that mental in this gambling shit, man. It's true. It's all mental.
Yeah. And then kind of last but not least, Washington. I'm gonna throw them in the queue here, at least still as an honorary mention, because this is a really nice parlay piece too. I would have liked it even more if Shakira Austin is playing, and I think we could actually get slightly better odds once they confirm that she's out. But I mean, Washington should be able to handle business here. They've been hanging around with teams all season, no problem, and now with at least having Sykes back, I think that's just the main thing that they really, really needed. Shakira Austin is nice to have, but I think they can manage without her, in this matchup. And as long as they just manage the game and the turnovers, I think Washington pretty easily should be able to pick up the dub.
Never heard that before. Washington. Pretty easily pick up the dub.
These are my two teams that we took the under for total season wins. So technically, I'm rooting for both of them to lose. A draw would be fantastic, but that isn't a thing. So
yeah.
I got to tip the old hat to Washington, at least for the home narrative.
Right. It's like Indiana too. Indiana's playing out of their mind. Caitlin Clark is real deal.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a joke. Yay, Caitlin. Yay. It started as a joke. It's turned into real shit now. Go, Caitlin!
And see,
broken
not
bat.
only is it my thing's still screwing up, but she got bumped too. Just trying to get our lotto plays in.
It's funny how they say, oh yeah, we're going to give you the broken bat screen, and at the same time, we're going to bump your play. So double fuck you. And hold this button down. Yeah, that's been happening to me too.
Yeah, if you guys haven't experienced this has been like for the last entire week straight now. This has been a gigantic pain in the ass.
They're going to get it fixed. I know they are, because they're losing money.
Man, I'm hoping so. This is awful.
Yeah, I mean, when people get frustrated on a site like that, it's not good for them. So many people on this site, man, I can only imagine how many people are on PrizePicks at the same time.
All right, well, I'm going to try and work on that here for a minute. That's extremely frustrating, and hopefully it's going to work for us today, because I've been having issues with that all afternoon.
Did you hit the button and it came back, or it's that press and hold shit didn't work?
It's still on the buffering of the processing of the push the button part. So I haven't even gone past that yet.
Boo! Loading projections. Hey, PrizePicks. Fuck you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and work on that. I guess, man, let's just talk. Let's go through a few questions here. See if I can get this to come back up.
Yeah, that works. We had a we had a controversy here today. John and Ian. John hit first, and it came up on my screen as first, and then Ian hit first, like right afterwards. And then Sean goes, haha, and then Ian goes, haha. So like on their screens individually, they showed up first. So I don't know who's the winner now, guys. But I will say, when I look on my screen, it says Sean's first. So if anyone else in the chat can scroll up and see who was first on their screen, then we can actually crown the winner today, because it's hard for me. From my side, it looks like Sean, but I don't know what to tell you. Sorry, Ian. Just telling the truth, bro. It's all about the truth, guys. So, as of now, Sean is the champion, but if you guys scroll up and you see Ian's actually on top, we'll get that fixed the right way, because we want to make sure. Okay, so let's see what questions we have. Wolfgang is here. What's up, man? He says, let's eat. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Friday, it's time to eat with all the homies. Take the bookies' money for sure. Let's see. See if I can have a question. These guys are just getting it on down here, yelling at each other for hours. Oh man, I'm just scrolling through Sean and Ian. Y'all are crazy. I love it. Cashier Family for Life. What's up, man? What's up? He'll take third. Chris is there. Chris is the man. He doesn't give a shit about first. He just gives a shit about lighting up the gas. Let's get it. It says light up the gas, so now I'm allowed to smoke. Big Two's here. Sophie Cunningham's boyfriend.
No.
Love that he can make time, push Sophie aside, and come check out the stream. That's nice of you. He says, oh, hell no, not Rakia. He has something against Rakia Jackson. DJ says, Rakia Jackson, 4.5 rebounds. What do you think about Rakia's rebounds?
Yeah, it's definitely not bad. It's a great defensive rebounding matchup. So, I mean, any of the high rebounders for the team, I think we should have some interest in for sure. I'm gonna pray that this works for some allotted amount of time, and I try to get these plays back up. Honestly, I don't mind it just because of the matchup in general. I would like to play her at 3.5 or at 4 or better. So, I mean, if you can find that, obviously shop around a little bit. But yeah, it makes sense. And I know that you posted earlier as well. Underdog has it for a spicy payout, one of the hot payouts. It's like a 1.4, something like that. But
yeah, it was weird. It was weird. They actually gave better value, which usually never happens. So
yeah. So it's probably, a little closer to even money on the books, if I'm not mistaken. And
I don't think so. I thought I saw it at like minus 130, minus 140.
I will say, just weird thing, again, PrizePicks bases a lot of their stuff off of DK here. DK doesn't have like any of their stuff together today. I have no idea what in the world is going on. These are just milestone alternate lines. These aren't actual individual lines like they should be. I don't know what the hell is going on with that. And so, i.e., PrizePicks is still kind of reaching in the dark here. They don't have an accurate playbook or a sports book to base a lot of their stuff off, and they typically don't go off of FanDuel. So maybe we're getting a little bit of value here, but keep an eye out for whenever DK does update those, because we could see a lot of line movement. Yeah, so this is pretty close to even money, minus 112, 118 for the under. I mean, it makes sense, for her. I just want to see the minutes still be secure. But one thing to kind of think about, though, we haven't really seen Azure play a whole heck of a lot of minutes, and her minutes will kind of eat into her rebounding a lot. So do keep that in mind. But at least as of right now, they've been running Azure for like low to mid 20s, and Rakia is still, rocking 30 minutes a game. So I'd like to see that.
Yeah, she's getting big minutes. I think that's a lot to do with why people are messing with her. She's one of the people that's actually been halfway consistent. She does kind of the same thing every day. She gets right to that line and goes over at the end. So people are still taking her overs. Now she's up there, bro. 14 points. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's getting up there. Chris says it's football, E, not soccer. Get it right, E. And he says, stop using big ass words, E. And we see you're frustrated again, E, but don't worry. Don't worry. It'll come back.
It's fucking pissing me off.
Well, while you're pissed, DP Will is trying to make you feel better. He says, just got here, my favorite podcast, and it's not even close. Thanks for doing this, guys. Appreciate you, bro.
Hey, love to hear it.
Chris says, crazy how
we just might not be using PrizePicks at all today, I'll be honest.
Hey, PrizePicks, fuck you. Your value sucked anyways. Ian says the real ones are here. Josh Chapman says Kayla McBride over points. I can check it on PrizePicks. My PrizePicks is actually slightly working.
I mean, this is ridiculous, man. It's been doing this for like literally the last 4 hours straight. I have maybe like a 5-minute window for it actually stays together, and right now this is even worse.
I see 14.5 from McBride's points. What do you think about old McBride today against Vegas? She sucked last game. She actually came through in the second half, but her first half was... I think she had 2 points.
Yeah, she's been riding the struggle bus in the first half, especially like really, really bad. I saw that she did get the 4 assists. She still, has cleared that in all 3 of the games so far. I believe she had 0 rebounds, or maybe 1 in this last game, so that's definitely taken a step back. Man, her points are low, I will say. Didn't PrizePicks they had her at 15, or did they bump her down to 14.5?
14.5 I'm seeing.
Yeah. So, I mean, dude, it is low. Like that is it's seriously low. Um, let me look back. I was trying to close down a couple of these tabs and stuff to see if maybe that'll make it chill out, but it's still not working. So I don't know what's going on with that. Here, try that. Something else here, real quick. Yeah, let's look real fast at the team matchup. Sorry, bear with me 1 second. All right, so for threes, we're going to go to threes allowed. And it actually looks like Vegas, they're cleaning it up a little bit here. Fourth least threes allowed, which is kind of crazy. Because remember at the beginning of the year, dude, they were getting lit up by threes for a hot minute.
Yeah.
And, at least I will say, I guess now that Chelsea Gray has been back, even though she's not bringing much as far as like offensive usage, I mean, she is at least helping them out on the perimeter. So they've been pretty stout against it. I don't mind that call. She's back at home, so I do like to see that.
You always like McBride a little more than most.
Yeah, she's just like such a hit or miss character, because either she's going way over and it's like the most sweat-free thing ever, or she just gets so passive. It's like her first professional game. And
yeah, it seems that way in WNBA even more than NBA for sure. Some players just don't show up some days in WNBA. So some players, they're solid, but not many. So to me, it's like so many passes in WNBA. Like when I just see a certain player, unless their lines are just you have to take their lines because the value's so crazy, then I'll mess with like a Kayla McBride type player. But for the most part, I try to just pass from all those players that are up and down like that. Especially if you're trying to do a parlay. They're going to fuck your parlay up.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So, yeah. Okay, I see.
At least while I have temporary access to the old PrizePicks here.
Yeah.
So we'll
you should
just run through these plays.
You should screenshot it real quick, and just in case, if you I don't know if that's possible for you over there, but
before I lose this again,
and then you could just talk about it.
Yeah, so I mean, Taurasi, she's been, one of the extra playmakers here. Again, after the trade with Sutton, plus the recency of Cloud, and I have no idea what's going on with her. She's been getting this 3.5 assists, no problem. Only small red flag, kind of weird. They had this 3.5 assist up for a hot minute, and they pulled it for like several hours, and they just added it back right before we went live. So that is a bit of a head scratcher, but good pace, good total, and expecting Phoenix to do more.
Don't look. Don't look.
All right. We're done with PrizePicks for the day. Sorry, folks.
Hey, you should just write down those plays real quick, and this you can still have them in your mind, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I remember what they are, and I was at least able to get a quick screenshot of it, but
nice.
It's still really, really frustrating. So, 3.5 assists for Taurasi, pretty solid. The other one was the rebound combo for Tina Charles and Griner. We played it last time. I mean, again, Tina Charles basically got that by herself, so I don't mind going back to it again. Phoenix is allowing the most rebounds per game, and Atlanta's pretty high up there too. So we just need Griner to do a little bit. All right, we're doing the best we can here, folks. So appreciate it. All right, let's see. Bridget B was the next one, 3.5 rebounds. She's just been, a really solid hits rating for this line over the season. They're back at home, and she's cleared this so far in all 3 of the games against Vegas on the season. And yeah, I like that low-hanging fruit. We just need her to continue playing these minutes, anything over 30 minutes, and I feel like it's going to be pretty solid. And then Mabry, I think this one is actually a low-key banger. I'll be totally honest. I'm actually surprised it's at 1.5. She's cleared this in 22 out of the 25 games of the season total. Yes, it is with a different team, but it's the same Mabry. It's the same, position that she's been in. And this time, though, I will say, obviously, the revenge narrative and yada yada. I'm expecting her to just do more as a whole, and her frustrations too can definitely come out in the games. And they're going to put Carter on her as one of the lockdown defenders, so I think that's going to be a really solid, easy 2 turnovers. I'm hoping, knock on wood here. So these are the 4 plays thus far, and we did have Sykes for her PA, but of course it bumped right as we were trying to talk about it. So it's at 19 now. If you want to play it, I get it, but they bumped the hell out of this board since last night. So we'll just we'll flash you guys a couple of plays that we did have at least lined up in the queue from last night. So the let's see, Sykes over 21 and a half PRA, which I didn't hit that because I was asleep, I believe. But shout out to Underrated here, good call there. Got a great value, and this was actually almost plus money, so you got insane value there. And she's at 23 PRA now, so really good looks.
Well, thank you, sir.
Next up was the Tina Charles first half. We got it at 12 and a half. She's already at 13. Williams, RA, that one actually stayed the same. Canada bumped up to 10 and a half, so we got a little bit of value there. Both of these first half bumped up by 0.5. Gray, she bumped up a full point. She's at 16.5 now. Got the hiccups. And Cloud bumped down a little bit as well. Cordosa, you got pretty good value here. Really good money value on that. And then Alicia Gray, they took the free throws down, I think like 30 minutes after we posted it.
Damn.
Maybe an hour.
I never got that one
Yeah.
in. Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah, they took Gray's free throws down, and they took Feezy's turnovers down as well. This one was just, insane. She's only hit that in 7 out of 23 games, so way too high there. And Vegas isn't really causing turnovers. But
is that one gone too? You said the Collier one's gone too.
Yeah, she's gone as well.
Man.
So we had a lot of action in the Discord. Make sure you guys, again, hop in that links, get down below. Make sure you guys are checking all of this stuff out. And last but not least was this Dolson PR, which we can actually talk about that as well. Yeah, sorry about PrizePicks. I don't know what's going on with their stuff right now. They need to get it figured out because it's literally been the last entire week of this dealing with it. Apologies, guys.
It's all good. It happens. I'll figure out a way to share my screen, and you'll be able to talk through it. You can tell me where to go to. We'll figure it out.
All right. Yeah, we'll figure it out. And you guys can obviously do, comparative price shopping, what you want to take over on the normal sites and stuff that we have, over here on Underdog.
Yeah, it's all good. Just show the value there, and they'll run it on PrizePicks, and I can check what the PrizePicks lines are for you too. So it'll be good.
Yeah, and then at the end of the day, again, we're gonna hop in the voice chat in the Discord, so we'll go through all this stuff, and I'm sure I'll get this whatever figured out, or I'll figure out some kind of workaround for this too, and make it easier on us.
And AOD says we are all D-Gens united as one. So just remember that we're all D-Gens united as one. So don't even trip. We've all been through it. All D-Gens united as one. Pat says Rakia over fantasy though. What do you think about her fantasy? Because I was looking at that too. It's kind of low.
Yeah. So one thing that kind of stood out for me was the fact that her PRA was at 20 and the fantasy was 22.
22 and a half on PrizePicks. I'm seeing.
Yeah. So they're, they are accounting for a little bit of a turnover action, but that one definitely stood out to me just on the fact that alone that they basically are just giving her credit for 1 turnover. So that's really appealing. I see that. The turnover is the only thing with her that she's been kind of picking up a little bit more lately. So I would like to see this chill out a little bit more, but the things that we're looking for are still going to be there. The minutes are there. Field goal volume still there. Her being active on the glass, very much so there. And I would like to think she's going to continue that. She has low key been one of the really great rookies, of this draft class and this year. I think she's going to be a very solid player for this team.
I agree. Big Two's the only one who doesn't agree.
Yeah. I will say she definitely can chill out in the second half. So there is that from time to time, which is unfortunate. But, she's been, a little engine that could. Love to see the hustle.
Mm-hmm. Her lines are kind of catching up now, whereas like before it was just silly not to play her. Her lines were so low for her minutes. It was like she's made us a lot of money. So thank you, Rakia, for your services. You're getting to that point where we're going to let you fly off into the wonderland, and everyone knows how good you are already, so we don't get the lines that we used to, but we love you and thank you very much. Her line actually...
I was gonna say, and she's a slight discount on PrizePicks. Actually, she's 23.05 on Underdog.
That's what I was gonna say. As I went to Underdog right now, I was on 22.05, and it just bumped up that whole point right there in the last little bit of time. So,
dang.
Yeah, people are on Rakia today for sure because she's been coming through for everyone. But look, the lines are higher now. We'll see. Chris says Sparks and Washington's about to be a blood fest.
Yeah, these two teams. Washington, has been pretty awful on the season as a whole, and the Sparks. I mean, they are pretty bad. I mean, you look at their win-loss ratio, but they've been hanging around with teams, and both of these teams, I got to give them credit for. They've been very competitive throughout the year, and at least for the Sparks, especially. I mean, they've had 2 upsets on Vegas, and a couple against a few other high echelon teams, which is kind of crazy, but they've been doing their thing. And it's going to be interesting, man. Really interesting. I would like to know about Shakira Austin, though. It's super weird. They still are just kind of leaving her props up all day.
Yeah, WNBA is weird like that, though. Sometimes the bookies just forget about it and they have other things to worry about. And they're like, whatever. Leave Shakira there. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, if she gets downgraded in the day of the game, that's going to be, most of the time sitting. So it is weird.
Yeah, I mean, and how many players have suited up who haven't gone through shoot around? I mean, like, how often does that ever happen?
Right. Chris says, who's on Mars with me? I know what he means. We all are, Chris. Join the club. Love it. AOD says...
in on the red eye.
Oh, yeah. AOD says, BBWs heal all.
Ooh. Hey, man.
Hey, he's talking about Dawson. Right on cue.
I was about to say, I was looking at the Washington homepage. I was like, speaking of.
And yeah, I mean, her 14.5 if Shakira's out. Good segue into BBWs.
Yep. You're not
wrong. Chris says, I remember when PrizePicks was good. Yeah, man. Hey. That's what business does. They start out nice, start out good, start making money, start treating their customers like poo-poo. Well, because they can. People are going to keep playing it. Wolfgang says, man, I thought PrizePicks was just fucked up on my end. See? Everyone's going through it, so PrizePicks has just been fucking up.
Yeah. So, again, that definitely sucks, but we'll... I'm sure on their end they'll probably get stuff figured out because people got to be complaining up a storm right now.
Oh, they're losing so much money. Cashier says PrizePicks is so scary they know when players are about to eat, and it's true. The PrizePicks bookies are they got to be like some of the top dudes. They're up there. I mean, everyone says Pinnacle as far as books go are they got the smartest lines. PrizePicks is PrizePicks be knowing shit.
Oh, 100%. I mean, quite literally every single time, if there's like substantial movement, if there's just random stuff being pulled and added back, PrizePicks has always had that insider info, like always. And it's so funny because we laugh about it, but we've seen it several times this week. How many times have like the quote unquote most popular or top play or whatever the case is, that play has not only missed, but it is missed swinging at air. It is not even close. Like JJ for 4 assists the other day, when that play was the number one thing, and they left it up all day, and then they pulled it after the whole Sabrina, being ruled out news, and JJ ends the game with 1. There was like 25,000 people that were betting that, and just PrizePicks is just raking in money.
They had that a meeting before the day started, and they said, what's the play we're going to get them all on? Ooh, look at those green bars for JJ. Throw her up there. Put her up there. Yep. We're getting paid today, guys. And they did.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, if there's like a superstitious Bible to go by out here, it's definitely seeing what PrizePicks is doing, because they've either they completely drop the ball on it and they just leave somebody randomly up there, like maybe Shakira Austin today. Slight things like that will go overlooked, but for the most part, nah, they just pull stuff. They're like, nope, we're not doing this. Or if it's out there, it's for a good reason.
And if you don't think really in this world that the bookies got together and said, yo, how much money does this girl make? We need to call her up and be like, can you just score less than 14 today? We're going to hook you up. We're going to give you 50 grand, 100 grand. She's like, under 14? No problem. I don't make shit. I'll for sure do that. And then we all bet over 14 because she has green bars. And boy, oh boy, what do you know? She scores 11.
Yeah, and obviously we're not trying to get too far down the conspiracy theory rabbit hole here, but somebody was doing a breakdown of some of the salaries the other day. Fun fact, just for Angel Reese, for example, even though her contract and everything looked pretty awesome, basically at the end of the year she was making like $70K before taxes, and I think after taxes she was clearing like just shy of over $50K. So you're talking about somebody offering you like, yo, I'll give you like 10 to 20 grand this one single game, and that's, I mean, for some players that's almost a half of a year or a quarter of the year of their salary, like, and what would be something low key if people really aren't paying attention to it, or aren't really looking that direction, because we've seen some really weird stuff. Sykes, for example, the other day, bro, she had 4 field goal attempts the entire game. Bro, get the fuck out of here. That would never happen as a star player coming out, like primo matchup, like all this stuff. 4 field goal attempts the entire game. Are you kidding me? Like, how does that even happen? So weird stuff like that.
Yeah, who was the dude in the NBA they got in trouble last year? Somebody's brother. So the Raptors or somebody, remember? He got in trouble for fixing his points. Remember, and everyone, there was millions of dollars bet on his over whatever points, and then he just went out there and sucked or said he was sick or something. Well, I forget what happened.
I can't remember who that was, but yeah, we're gonna hear so many stories over the next 5 years about this stuff coming out, because right now, there's no implications that have pissed off the wrong people yet, but old Uncle Sam don't play around about his tax money, and just wait until the right person gets pissed off. I guarantee you, we've been saying this for the last like 2 years. Just give it within the next 5 years. I guarantee you're going to hear some crazy stories coming out. Even just Shohei Ohtani, his manager was betting and clearing like millions off of that, like just stupid stuff like that, for example. But low key, you would never know. All they need is one single time.
They got all the power. When you got all the power, you think about ways to abuse the power and how you can get money from the power. Makes sense.
All right, enough conspiracy rants, though. Let's get back to the business.
DJ says Ryan Howard over 7 3-points attempted. She's not afraid to chuck it up, which is true.
Is it at 7 or is it 7.5? I thought it was at 7.5 earlier.
I will take a peek for you, kind sir. They don't have that on Underdog, do they?
No, dude. Underdog tucked their tail so fast this week. Bro, we had one day of free throws and of blocks and steals, and we smacked them so hard, they didn't bring it back. One day.
That's weird. It is 7.5 on PrizePicks. You were correct.
Okay, yeah. No, I definitely was looking at that earlier, too. I think that one is...
Look at that. That paused you. That's funny. Come on back, bro. There you are. I heard you. Your internet paused you in the funniest spot. Did you see it?
Oh, yeah. I saw that. I might have to reset my router, too. I might have something going on my end.
Maybe that has to do with the PrizePicks, too, huh? Being mean to PrizePicks, but really it's all your fault. Just joking.
Yeah, well, they suck anyway, so
Fuck
they're
yeah,
gonna
they
get
do.
shots fired. Yes, Howard, I did like that one. I thought that one was quite appealing. She has a decent overall for the season, still kind of a limited sample for her, but the 2 games against Phoenix looked really good, had 9 and 13 in its most recent one, so I like it. I mean, Phoenix is still allowing a pretty high clip of threes, if I'm not mistaken. They got a little bit better. Okay, they got a little bit better, so probably more with the cloud defense, but yeah. it didn't really look like they were able to stop Ryan this last game at all. So I don't mind that. And yeah, I mean, she's going to try, at least she's been trying. So I'll give her credit for that.
She's been trying. Don't bet on her. Famous last words. She's been trying. I don't know if that's enough, E.
Like, she's 3 of 3 the last 3 games that she's been starting. So I would like to think the minutes, though, are crazy. 38, 35, and 34. That's a looker right there.
Ian said y'all cash too much, so they fuck your accounts up.
Maybe.
TP Will says, I agree. PP is sharp as fuck for real. Hell yeah. PP does not fuck around. Cashier says, how are you feeling about Marina's revenge game tonight? See her doing anything good? Can we take, what can we... Ian, don't make fun of me for not being able to read. See, do you see her doing anything good we can take in your opinion?
I mean, her points are still pretty low. 13.5 is definitely on the lower end of things. Let's see. The RA as well. Maybe a little bit more just like the straight up rebounds, but the RA is very appealing. I think she's gonna play more like a small forward today. The only thing that we do have to think about, at least for overall for her RA upside, is, so I'm gonna assume they're gonna do the same starting 5 that we had last time, where it was Carrington and Mabry in the starting 5, and they moved Bonner back to the bench. But small chance that Bonner could start and Mabry goes to the bench, because we did see that for them to open the second half. So I'm leaning towards Bonner is going to come off the bench, just because Connecticut they're shoring up more towards the playoff seedings and all that stuff here. So as long as they win the game, that's all that they really care about. But yeah, Mabry's interesting. Her first half maybe is a little bit more appealing overall. But what's her first half PRA? Is it 11.5 or 12?
Let's look. First half on PrizePicks, it's way over here.
Right.
So stupid. I hate them. If you wondered, yes, I do. I hate them. First half PRA is 12 flat.
12 flat. What's her points?
7.
7. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same thing over here. Feels like everyone's kind of neutral about her today, but a lot of buzz, about the revenge, narrative. She was pissed in the pregame warmups today, like straight up she didn't say shit to anybody. She walked past all the teammates. I think she said something to one of the assistant coaches, and she hugged a player, and that was it. So there's definitely going to be a little bit of beef out there. I love the 1.5 turnovers again on PrizePicks. I think that was really solid. The individual props for her, the points are just low in general. 13.5 is pretty interesting, and then I think the RA is 8.5 here. Very interesting. She still has been the secondary playmaker on the team or with Connecticut since she's gotten there. So the assist, maybe even if you can get it on Underdog, this 3.5. I know she's at 4 on PrizePicks, so you are paying the tax there. But this 3.5, I think I'm gonna throw this up here in the queue because that's just a low sweat. We're trying to set the bar low tonight for these props to hit. I'm not swinging for the fence here.
JJT12380 says slip selling.
Oh, what we selling?
I don't know. He's selling something, I guess. I don't know what he's talking about.
Hey.
He says a slip selling? Okay, bro. We'll see about that. But you know what it reminds me of? It's so dope. One day we're going to have a show on here, and it's going to be Battle of Props. And people are going to come on here, and they're going to pick their props, or we're going to give them a few props, and we're going to be like, hey, here's these 3 or these 5. Over, under, you pick, and people battle each other. It's going to be fucking dope. Remember I said it.
Yeah.
13 Hanzo says Atlanta Smith under 30 fantasy points, play of the day. Foul trouble. Hines Allen taking minutes.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, you better hope for foul trouble because she's crushing it if she's playing minutes. I mean, she still came up. I know she came up a little short on the rebound prop that we took, but that was, I mean, largely due to that first half foul trouble. I mean, she had 3 fouls in like 4 or 5 minutes or something stupid. So, if yes, I totally get it. If she plays reduced minutes, absolutely staying under 30, no problem. But if she stays out of foul trouble, she's going to cook that. And I know a lot of people were on it this last time, but again, throw some caution out there for these turnaround rematch games.
So what you're saying is
Pass.
okay. Gotcha.
Look at the last 5 log. What is she in with fantasy? Oh hell, I can look up on this. I'm tripping.
You're tripping, bro. CJ, thank you, sir. He says Jonte Porter. That's who it was.
Yeah, Porter. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking Michael Porter Jr. I was like, no, it's not Mike MPJ, but
Some damn Porter. One of them Porters.
Yeah, so I mean, look at this for Alana. She still had 26.3 fantasy in only 24 minutes. I mean, yes, as long as the minutes stay under 30, I think it's a fair shot. She's going to stay well below that. But a lot of these games, though, above 30 minutes is a sweat.
100%. You are definitely cheering for foul trouble. That's not anything I like to cheer for, but it happens.
Yeah, it's happened, so far out of 2 out of 3 games, and yeah, it makes sense. I get it. You just need the foul trouble, or you need that reduced minutes. And Hines Allen only played the extra minutes because of the foul trouble. So I don't think she's just going to necessarily come in and just play a ton of minutes over Alana Smith.
DJ says these games are definitely rigged, bro. These coaches be knowing stuff. Yeah, for real. I believe it. Danny C says Natasha Cloud under assists. That's an interesting one that I feel like when's the day she comes out and gets 9 or 10? She's been getting 2, 3. Like, you got to bet it. You just got to bet it. It feels weird, but you got to bet a little something on it, I think.
Yeah, I saw she was at 6'5". That one, I definitely would not mind taking the under. I have no idea what's going on with her. Yeah, she's still at 6.5, 0.89x. Yeah, the 6.5, I don't mind. The 6 on PrizePicks, I don't know about that. I mean, she's definitely due for a game, like for sure. I don't know what in the world she's been doing.
That 11.5 RA is nice too. I know you stay away from it a little, but I really like that too. Look at that, bro. Her rebounds are 4.5, and they're giving you 11.5 for the man. Both of them are good, but I like having 2 options. There's games when she gets 3 rebounds,
Yeah, and she had a complete outlier rebounding game this last meeting, and I don't expect that to continue. Where are you going?
That's what I was thinking. Danny C also says Howard over field goal attempts because Howard be chucking. She does sometimes.
What's her field goal attempt line?
Let me see. I see 7.5 threes. What's her field goal attempts? 15 flat.
Yeah, it's not bad. She again, she just shoots so many from 3. So I didn't mind the threes attempted, but it makes sense. The pace up and the positional matchup for the threes attempted and all that good stuff. I get it.
It was weird. Last game, she was balling in the first half. I think it was last game. I missed one day this week, so I'm getting confused which game it was, but I think it was the last game. The first half, she went crazy. And in the second half, she just, I don't know. Either they started paying more attention to her on defense, she just stopped shooting. So, I mean, I've seen that too. It's not like she chucks the whole game no matter what. Danny C says, Tina Charles rebounds over. There's that Tina again. Chasing them Tina rebounds, that old biddy.
Yeah, I know.
She can do it, though. She can do it, but scary, huh?
I mean, Phoenix is allowing the most rebounds. I liked it when it was at 9. That was definitely a little less scary. So needing the double-double is kind of getting on up there. I mean, let's remember who we're talking about here. Like, she hasn't exactly been slaying the boards for 9 to 10 rebounds all season.
Right.
But At least Parker is still going to be out, so she's going to get those extra minutes, all that extra goodness. First half is still at 12.5 over on Underdog, so you guys still want that value. It is over here. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. I'm not quite as enamored trying to chase it a second time. And if you want to take it straight up, I get it. Maybe the PR a little bit more interesting, or the fantasy, even for that matter. 30 fantasy for somebody who's playing like 33, 34 minutes kind of makes sense. But yeah. Don't get too carried away with Tina today. That's all I'm saying.
Good. That's a good fucking idea. And I was gonna say, add to that is her rebounds could definitely work, but it feels better just having other options because Tina can do more than just rebound. So throw her scoring in there. Maybe she can pick you up if her rebounds go down. You get a couple options to still win. So I would take her PRA just personally, just to feel like, okay, cool, let's really use her minutes that she might get because Cheyenne's out. So PRA for me,
yeah,
anything more than just the plain rebounds. Now, we could be wrong in the end, but that's betting, right? AOD says, Azare Stevens over 8.5 PRA, first half. What are we doing, Modest Money, he says?
Yeah, Azare was definitely interesting. I did want to confirm that Shakira was going to be out before I pulled the trigger on that. Her first half lines are really, really low, especially, I was looking at the points, 4.5. Shout out Big Chosen, was talking about that earlier on voice chat. Again, links in the Discord. Make sure you guys hop in, 7-day free trial. But yeah, her lines are crazy low. Her and Dolson for that matter. I mean, they pulled the first half, or I don't know if she had a first half line on Underdog, but at least over on PrizePicks, I know Dolson is at 5 points and 9.5 PRA, which I think is super low for if Austin's going to be out, the fact that they don't have Hines Allen. And then Azare's just a minutes, man. It's really just the minutes in the rotation with her. If she goes out and plays a normal game, her lines are crazy low. Even the full game, like this fantasy, bro, she was just at 29 fantasy or a week before, like when she was actually playing and doing her normal thing. So this is an egregious line adjustment all the way down. And if I had to guess, her PRA is probably somewhere close to Dolson at this 18, 5, 19, somewhere right around there. Does she have a PRA line on PrizePicks?
Let me see.
But either way, I mean, this is just really, really low.
It's 18 flat.
Oh, wow. So even lower than that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, really the only thing with her is just the minutes. What kind of Azare are we getting? Because she came out in these first couple games, looked phenomenal, played, 38, 36 minutes. But now, I mean, we've seen this kind of teeter off back down to the low 20s. I don't really know why, because these were very competitive games. Like the Chicago game, she only played 26 minutes. Connecticut game, only 21 minutes. That is a bit frustrating, but I mean, she still even got the Connecticut line with a PRA. So I think, it does deserve a bit of a look. Her or Hamby should go off today. I mean, Washington's just allowing way too much as far as like defensive rebounds. Again, they're allowing the most per game. And scoring is pretty marginal. I mean, third just overall field goals per game they're allowing. But the 3 points is pretty high too. They're allowing the second most, which is something, Azare is pretty good at. She will shoot it from 3. So I think there is some pretty good scoring upside from her. But we need this Azare. We don't need this nonsense of whatever the hell has been going on the last like 3 or 4 games. Like, we need you to show up. So this team is also bottom of the barrel, standings wise. They are not eliminated yet, but they are kind of getting on up there. So Sparks second to last, which in front of Dallas, bro, choke city there. What in the world? Dead last. That's so crazy. Never thought I'd see this.
Never thought I'd see it. Never thought I'd see the day.
So here soon, and for postseason stuff, if you guys don't know, basically the bottom 4 teams don't make it. They have a couple play-in games for, I think, some of these teams, but at least the way that things are shaking out right now, like all 3 of these teams are going to be eliminated, no problem, and they're just going to duke it out for this remaining spot here. So we should be keeping an eye out for tank mode coming in very soon, because Dallas, especially, shout out to them. I don't know what's going on with this team lately, all over the place.
Bro, 6-22.
I've never seen it. I've never seen Dallas this bad.
Hey, Enrique, what's going on? Satu's back too, still? Oh well. They look like shit. McCowan, I hate you for life. Christopher Singleton says Michael Porter's older brother was Jonte. Yeah. And he played for the Raptors. And he says he bet on himself to go under his points. I remember that. But then also, I think it was even more than him. I think it was like a bunch of people he told, and everyone went and bet it. Like all his people. Like all his homies. And there was millions of dollars that came in on it. And the bookies were like, why is there $20 million on this Jonte Porter under when like the last game there was about $100,000 bet on him? Now there's 20 million. We might want to look into this. Fucking idiot, bro. Of course he's gonna get in trouble.
Big old red flags.
He said $100,000 bets were made for his under and it hit. That's how he got caught. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. You think you're gonna get away with that? These motherfuckers are scamming you. You're not scamming them. These bookies aren't. They're like, what? This dude tried to get us? Are you kidding me? CJ said, do you still like Cloud's assists now that it's at 6? Do you still like the under?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go there, maybe, honestly, maybe I would even risk it and just do the RA under. Is it 11 or 10.5 on PrizePicks?
Let me look. I know it was 11 earlier. Let's see if they bumped it down. Cloud, where are you? 10.5 still. But I will say, let me throw out something too. At 6 on PrizePicks, at least you get the bump, and if your other plays hit, you're good. So it's at least there's that, you know. It's not too bad.
Yeah. I mean, if you gotta do it, I guess, you know, under the 6. I can't do the 10.5 RA. That's a full point lower than that. But yeah, I mean the assists, you know, kind of makes sense. She's probably just going to go out and play defense again. And, I mean, that's what she's been happy doing lately, so why not?
Or she's going to come out and get 12 assists and go, ha, ha, ha.
Right. Yeah.
And then the announcers are going to say, look at Tosh. She's great. Tosh, oh my God, Tosh is so good. Christopher Singleton says, what's the prop above Dawson for the points over 14.5 with the 0.77 payout? What'd you have on your underdog?
Above Dawson?
Rakia? Above Dawson. Alicia Gray. Alicia Gray's points. Big Alicia Gray. Man, she's a tough one too, but she does feel a little more solid lately than she was before. I think Canada's helping her be able to do what she does instead of having to handle the ball more. Danny C says, Jordan Canada over on RA. No, we liked the 9.5 and the 10 yesterday. It's up to what, 10.5?
Yes, sir. Man, we got some insane value off that.
Yeah, we hope that works out. I mean, I hope she can get some rebounds from Phoenix. She should.
Yeah, so I mean, now the better value is over on PrizePicks at the 10.5 because she's all the way up to 11.5 on Underdog.
No way. And it was 9.5? That's insane.
Or maybe she's at 11. Yeah, she's way up. Yeah. Where's it at? No, she went back down to 10.5. I'll take that back.
Okay.
Yes. So I still like this, you know. And even I'm kind of surprised they left a 5.5 assists. I know it's only a 0.71, but this seems like this should be like a 0.6 something. This should be closer to like 0.61 and 7.1. So that one did stand out to me. And I'm going right back to the assists, man. I don't know what the hell happened in the first half of that game, but we got stat corrected, screwed over. So that was a bit unfortunate. But yeah, I don't mind the RA at all.
We know Canada 0-2 well with those assists. She'll get that last. She'll get to that last spot, and she'll just sit there and be like, "Haha, what'd you have? 5.5? Okay, I'll get 5 today. Oh, would you 6.5? Okay, I'll get 6 today. We'll see. Hopefully not. But her punk ass, she does do that.
Yep.
Christopher Singleton says, "What's crazy is he was making more money on his contract. Think of what he was betting on."
Oh yeah, and. It's
Same thing.
It's wild to think that would go overlooked. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. I mean, he's not a super high paid player either. That's why he was like, let me get this thing that I can figure out here. AOD says, I took her first half points at 4.5. She's been cashing easy. That's Azari, I assume, right?
Wait, say that again?
Azare's first half points, he said. He's been taking her at 4.5 and she's been cashing easy. I think it's Azare. That's who he brought up before.
Yeah. She's, I think, the only person at 4.5, but yeah,
Okay.
Super low. Should be 2 buckets for her. Should be.
Evan Sherman says Copper and Howard point combo.
Yeah, honestly, I don't mind it. Howard did kind of slow down a little bit this last game, which was kind of weird. I mean, she really struggled to get to that 19 points towards the latter half of the game. I mean, she came out pretty hot. I know she banged in a couple threes, but the Copper upside is very interesting. I mean, they basically went to her the entire game and was the only one, for a steady, consistent scorer. So I don't mind it. I don't think Copper is going to have quite the same stellar game that she did this last time, just on that raw usage and field goal attempts that she had. But I don't mind it. The pace is going to be really healthy for this game again. And even with that first quarter stinker, I mean, really even first half, because it was... Didn't Phoenix have like sub 30 points? Like, it was something awful. I think they had like 29 points or something pathetic. And we still ended up with this being the total score of the game. So as long as we're just getting some moderate amount of scoring, I mean, I definitely don't mind that at all.
You know what I wish I had was some little stats on these combos. And I wish we could see one of these positive EV software programs should do this. But they should be like, how many times have these combos hit, bro? I swear these combos hit way less than, because it's WNBA and they're, inconsistent. Sometimes, most of the time, one of these players is going to fall off. So I'm just wondering what the stats are with that. It's hard to take point combos over. Like, how many times does it hit for us, you think? More than not? Or not? Feels like it's tough.
It's probably closer to a coin flip. Now, the interesting aspect of it is depending on what the combos are necessarily. So we'll say, for example, this is a game stack combo. So this game is an in-game matchup, and the metrics are going to be in-game for that. The best combos that we've ever had is when you get the crossover for 2 different games, where you're like, Cloud or primary ball handler versus this preem spot, and then you get another person in a primo spot, or like injuries, and you push those 2 players together. So I would say the game stacks have a little bit less of a tendency to get there, just because you're hoping for that game to stay close. Which, I mean, yes, on on the flip side of this too, as I'm saying it, if the game is close and those 2 players are doing their thing, then yes, you're probably good. But if the game blows out, you're not getting there.
Right.
If one of the players gets hurt, yes, it's a refund to DMP, but obviously you're not going to get there on that. And then there's just
you get hurt in the second half, even though too.
Right, which we've seen that before too, where it's come up short. So there's just a lot of different moving parts, whenever you are relying on those. But if we can get a perfect storm where it's like, hey, this is the number 1 matchup versus, and this is number, top 3 over there to push that together, then I think those are totally fine. So all that being said, I don't mind it for this particular game because of the pace and the total. But, oh my God, we need them to score, because last game was just sad.
Yeah, those combos are always hard for me personally. I know what you're saying, though. It makes perfect sense. Christopher Singleton says, that's the part I thought was hilarious. Your dumbass risked an NBA pension for like $300K. For real.
It's so stupid. I mean, if you're going to do it, at least do it on your way out or something like that. But people always just bet too much. I mean, you swing for the fence on it. You got to do small stuff. Small.
Right.
Under the radar.
Right. TJ Chapman's here. What's up, dude? He says Jackie Young over 21.5 PA. And then he also says Williams and Gray over 10.5 assist combo.
Courtney Williams, right?
I assume yes. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, the assist combo I definitely didn't mind. What was the other one?
It was Jackie Young over 21.5 PA.
Yeah, I mean, she's been more of the road warrior for the team, so I mean that one does make sense. One of her and Plum aren't going to get there, so I mean, again, guys, today I would say take a split between the two guards and go under. I wouldn't be surprised if they both went under, to be honest.
That assist
But
combo
Jack-
actually just bumped up to 11 also.
No, nice.
Yeah, so probably don't want to take that over anymore. Bust Down says, what's popping with Cloud's points?
She's what 10 or 11.
She's a coin flip on any day of the week. Let me see what her points are. 10 points.
It's pretty low. Her, I mean, she's just not shooting the ball. The only thing about her, and the fact that she hasn't cleared that in either of the meetings is a little weird. She's just not shooting, man. I mean, that's the only problem. Like, if we get almost a double-digit field goal attempts from her, this will be a shoe-in, no problem. But
if we just looked at her last two games and was like, who is this player? We didn't know her name. We'd like, look at those two games, and she was playing these games with these lines that they're giving us. We'd be like, under. She hasn't been doing shit. It's weird. We'll see. She's going to come out of it one day and smack us. What about Hamby fantasy score over 35.5?
Yeah, Hamby's pretty interesting for sure. So two things you can kind of do for her. The PRA, I definitely didn't mind. Come back here, buddy. I think the PRA was like 28 or 29.5 as well. But they gave us her 1.5 blocks and steals again, which is pretty interesting. That was like a total free square this last game. It's going to be... So I will say yes, I like her fantasy if Shakira Austin plays. That'll give her more block and steal upside. But PRA if Shakira sits, because I don't know who she's going to be blocking. She might get a steal off of like Dolson or off of whoever, but with the likelihood Shakira Austin's going to sit, I think they go small for the Washington squad, and we see them roll out more of a guard-heavy set than anything. So the blocks and steal like fantasy per se upside might be a little capped on the ceiling.
Okie doke.
Go ahead.
Chris says, check your promos and see if you can turn any square into a free square. E. You couldn't.
Yeah, that's all they had.
Did you do that? Okay.
Thing.
No.
Yeah.
There's another thing that they did this morning where they let you pick any play and put it down to a 0.5. You didn't get that, huh?
No, I did.
Okay.
I took Sykes for just her points at 0.5.
You pick Sykes at anybody in the world. You said, yeah, I pick Sykes.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you could literally just close your eyes and pick on any one of them. They should get there.
You would think.
well, Sykes is going to score 8 points, so I'm pretty confident about that.
It's just funny. CJ says, under Jackie points, 8.5, I think. Asia going to have a better first half points. So he's saying Jackie Young under 8.5 first half points.
Oh, yeah, man. Screw Jackie. She owes us some coin from that last game.
Mm-hmm.
She hit, 3 threes in the first quarter? Like, get out of here.
Yeah. What is the best line? Is that under first half points a good look? It sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's, the usual first half tax to the full game. I mean, she needs 18 for the full game and then 9 for the first half.
There's something about that idea that he said too. He said, "I think Asia's gonna have a better first half," which I agree because Asia's mad, and you know how they played that last game. You know how Asia gets. You know how they get. They go, "Okay, we're gonna go to Asia. It's serious time. Just get the ball to Asia. That's what we got to do. We got to show everyone we're good still." And then Jackie she doesn't shoot. I could see that happening in the first half for sure. I like that look.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, I'm gonna have exposure to both of them. So Plum is on a slight bit more of a discount. Her full game points are down to 17 instead of the 17.5. So we are getting that little bit of added tax. Now, granted, Plum is somewhat more of a first half shooter than anything. But as you were saying, a lot of the times with the road games, they by default they go to Asia first, and then Jackie, and then sprinkle down between the guards after that. So I would expect that to be again the pecking order for the team, for the game plan. And I think there's like a random stat too. A lot of the team and their metrics as a whole is dependent on Asia scoring, and the threshold for that's like their Asia's 24.5 points. So, i.e., the assist lines for a lot of the guards, they're not getting there unless Asia's scoring, basically 25 points a game. And the primary playmakers like Chelsea Gray, her in particular, her assist is very much so tied directly to Asia's scoring. So. I'm right there with you, man. I think Asia is going to have herself a nice bounce back. And they're putting some really enticing lines, man. For the 0.83, 24.5, that's not bad. But even just a straight up 25.5, like this is more down to earth. This is not the 26, 27.5 that she was a couple days ago.
Yeah, I feel that. I think, I've seen them try to do that with Asia, and then it doesn't all the way work every single time. And seems like we're getting to that point where it's make or break time for them. If she doesn't, but I do think, at least that Chelsea Gray style play or the Jackie under, like the side things that might happen because of that. I really like that Jackie under first half points. That's a dope look. And then there was Chelsea Gray assists at 4.5 yesterday, but I think that's 5 now. That's a fucking look too. Chelsea Gray, 5 assists in a game like this. She gotta get that.
Yeah,
but,
I would like to think.
Yeah, that under Jackie though, I gotta roll with that. That's dope. I gotta not
throw
forget
both of these in the queue because that's just a little too high for both of them.
Okay. Yeah, the Jackie under 8.5. I'm loading that in. Okay. Thank you for that one. Who said that one? DJ. Fuck yeah. And he says Dallas tanking for Paige buckets. Yeah, Dallas is looking like poo poo. Christopher Singleton says, would you put Jackson and Hamby over rebounds in a slip together to go along with Sykes' points and Dawson's PR as a correlation slip?
Technically that's a negative correlation. So if you're gonna run them both, maybe I would maybe branch out to like a PR or PRA or something for one of those two players. Now, Jackson's points are definitely on the higher side, but she has been productive. Hamby's points are way on the lower side than normal. I mean, we haven't seen her at 16.5 points in a long time. So, yeah, that's tough. I don't know if I'd run both of them necessarily, but maybe branch out and get a little extra something like a PR or, something like that.
Okay. Chester Bryant says, dumbass, his brother's Michael Porter Jr. Ask bro for some cheese. No shit, huh? I feel him. That was so dumb, bro. Fuck. Oh well. I mean, not everyone's smart. He made the NBA team, but it doesn't mean he's the most intelligent. Danny C says Taurasi over assists. You had that earlier. You like that?
Yeah. That was in our four plays that we had. Yeah, throw that back up on the screen. What go. I was able to save from PrizePicks and their shenanigans.
Yay, PrizePicks. We're gonna figure that out. Danny C says Rakia Jackson rebounds over. Now you like the 3.5 with the little shitty payout. The 4.5 is pushing it, but they are giving you a good payout over there on Underdog. Cheering for her to get 5 rebounds, bro. It's like she definitely get there, but fuck, man, what kind of fun sweat is that? It's just not. Rakia, get the ball! Yay! Oh, yay! Like I can't. That doesn't make me want to bet that. Matt P says Ryan took a back seat last game in the second half. Yeah, okay, that's what I was seeing, and which just makes betting her anything over scary. Chelsea Gray sold me so bad last game. First half points. She shot 1 3-pointer and did all cardio till halftime. Yeah, I saw that. It's weird. Like she's been coming out and shooting at the very beginning, and then making you think she's about to go off, and then she gets tired in like 5 minutes or something. DJ says, are y'all doing NFL and college football? Not gonna lie, you can make bread on college football.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be doing all that stuff. I mean, NFL for sure. It's maybe something that's in years past I know we've done a lot with, but maybe haven't gone head over heels with. But new Discord, new look, I think new direction. So we definitely have a lot of interest in it. I know for sure. And shout out Big Coach. I know he's excited to hop on everything college related. And yeah, man, I mean, we're folks, we are literally just, 1 month, I will say a month and a half, about 2 months out from just, it's going to be crazy. Like we're going to be at the point where we're just betting too much almost on some days, but it's going to be awesome.
I'm going to try to get my sleep in now, just thinking about it.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're about an hour and 15 in, and we are to the end of the comments, so we could wrap
perfect.
it up.
Hell yeah. So, yeah, man, you guys are awesome. This was perfect. I know it is Friday. Obviously, we're still having some technical difficulties with PrizePicks, but we are going to, again, hop in the Discord. Make sure you guys, or hop in the voice chat in the Discord. Make sure you guys check out the links down below for that 7-day free trial. Don't miss out. Yeah, man, I think we're going to hop out of here, hop on the voice chat. I'm going to feed the dogs here real quickly and then hop on. And we're going to build up a little protected play, a little something. And, yeah, looking really forward to that second half betting because we got 3 games kicking off at once. So if you didn't notice that, there's going to be a lot of second half action. And make sure you guys don't miss out.
Oh, yeah. And CJ says AT turnovers before you leave. Got any thoughts on that one?
I kind of like the over. I mean, if you know AT, like for her seasons past, I mean, she's a total butterfingers. It's really ramped up over the last couple of years, and I think some of that has to do with the shoulder injury, the ligament injury. But yeah, I mean, dude, look at her 3.8 average turnovers on this season. I know she was kind of falling off a little bit there, but I mean, it's something we've seen since the beginning of the season. I mean, she's averaging well over this, and the home road splits do favor the home game, so she's had 3.9, which is a little bit closer to that 4 gap. And yeah, I mean, the hit rating's pretty solid. It's well over 50%, 15 out of the 27 games. So yeah, I don't mind it. I definitely don't mind it. And she's going to be going up against Reese. So, I mean, Reese is a solid steal, stock getter. And AT is just naturally good for 2 turnovers a game on her own. So we just need those extra creations from the other side.
Okay. Well, you just got a shitload of questions at the end. Do you want to answer them real quick? I can just throw them at you. You just do a couple word answer?
Sure. Oh, and AT had 6 in both of the games, too. That's also interesting.
It's up there. Chris says, can you take Asia for first half basket scored? What do you think?
The opening basket scored? Yeah, absolutely. I like it a little bit better when they are at home, I will say, because that's typically their default. But it'll be, if it is on Vegas side of things, it's always Asia or Jackie. Those are always the 1 and 2.
Oh, Jackie. Young Rich says Carrington points and rebounds or Tina Charles PRA? Better play. Which do you like better? Carrington points, rebounds, or Tina Charles PRA? If you
probably
had to pick.
Tina.
Okay.
Yeah, probably Tina.
Courtney Williams fantasy over 27.5. Feels low, TJ says. Courtney fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we talked about that at length this last time. As long as she plays the minutes, I had a pretty good feeling she was going to crush those lines, and she definitely did. So the closer we play 30 minutes, the easier that's going to be, no problem. And I mean, yeah, she's 3 for 3 on it on the season, so I totally get it.
Yep. If you think Courtney's going to get the minutes, then make the bet is basically the answer. Brianna Jones points and Mabry over turnovers. Now, you like Mabry over turnovers for sure. What do you think about Brianna Jones points? Kind of like that too a little bit. We haven't bet on her in a while.
She's 13.5, right?
13.5, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty solid, at least at the beginning of the year. It was a phenomenal matchup. Chicago was allowing a ton of points inside the paint. I like it. I just want to see her play the minutes, That's the only thing, just the second half, she kind of falls off. I know this last time they had her at 6.5 points. That was way too high. And it's really just about the first half with her. Like, as long as she's pacing, she needs at least over 7 points in the first half. to even have a shot. Because if she doesn't do that, she's going to have a game like this where she puts up like 11 or 7 points.
Okay. Young Rich says, appreciate it, boys. Let's cash. Let's go. All right, E, you ready?
Show for show. All right, man. Before we head out here, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Real fast, let's get a like check.
We're slacking on the likes today, and you want to know why? And I was doing an experiment. I'm glad you brought it up. I was like, let me see if I don't annoy people and ask for likes what we get to. We got to 24 today. You see what happens? I have to annoy people. I have to annoy people for us to get 50. It's not that I want to annoy people. But, hey, what do you want me to do? YouTube's making me do it, guys. So next time I'm going to annoy you guys so we can get to 50.
Right. Yep, we got to fight the algorithm, so we will definitely do that this next go around. But all right, well, we're gonna call it on that one. We appreciate you guys. Underrated as always. I appreciate it, and good luck tonight.
Peace.